What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Tania Bright. I am a student astrologer, a mystic, and a tarot reader. And in today's video, I'm going to be doing your April 2020 predictions. The tarot readings are timeless though. Whenever you stumble upon them is when you're supposed to receive this message. So don't feel discouraged if it's not April anymore. I am going to be doing things a little bit differently. I do want to incorporate some astrology into these month ahead readings. So we are going to be talking about your sun sign and where that's transiting your chart. I also quickly kind of want to talk about Saturn being in Aquarius right now because I feel like it's very relevant since we have this pandemic going on. Saturn is a very innovative energy. It's all about the collective. It's all about bringing forth new ideas. It's a rebellious sign too, so usually it's about changing things for the better. And then we have Saturn, its home sign, which is about law, structure, boundaries, and resetting the status quo. Also really challenging our philosophy and our values as a collective and how we are attached, I guess, to like material things. For a lot of us, our material lifestyle changed since a lot of us are out of work right now or, might not be covered by our jobs. A lot of us are also forced to be at home with our families right now. We aren't able to go out due to quarantine. So there's a lot of change going on socially, and I feel like we're really lucky to have Aquarius in its home sign of Saturn right now because it's an energy that really brings forth new ideas after a point of destruction. It really is an energy that brings up the collective. Quarantine right now is really forcing a new social culture, and it's also kind of making us face a lot of, I don't want to say problems, but a lot of issues that we might have ignored in the home life. It's really forcing a lot of introspection right now since a lot of us are, we have a lot more time on our hands. We're spending a lot more time in isolation. So it's forcing this level of introspection. So a lot of us are able to really dive deep within ourselves and ask us, am I in the right place right now? Am I doing what am I doing something that truly fulfills me on a soul level? Aquarius is a very emotionally detached sign, so I feel like a lot of us too are having hard times sort of connecting with people on that level. But with all of this energy being accompanied by the double one, so rat year and Aries season, there's a lot of newness here as well. So I feel like this combination of energies is really kind of putting us in a place to find what's meant for us, to find what truly feeds our soul. It's bringing in a lot of new hobbies for people, a lot of new ideas, a new approach to social cultures, social structures, and whatnot. It's a lot of uncharted territory. I almost feel like the universe threw us this curved ball so we can sort of restructure our lives. Does that make sense? Even the government itself, I feel like, is restructuring. And a lot of astrologers predicted this back when Saturn was actually in Capricorn. They were saying social structures would fall and that we would have a new way of life. So I really want to just remind you guys to be brave and fearless during this time of adversity and really try to find the bright side of things. I know that's difficult, but there are always there's always a light to the darkness. There's always a bright side to things. So try to find the beauty within the chaos. Since a lot of us are so limited in terms of resources, is really going to teach us how to use the resources that we do have to its utmost value. And I think that's a lesson that we needed as a society. We have become super attached to having more and more and more that we sort of set it up for ourselves to never feel like we have enough. So really, as a society, we're forced to kind of face our attachments to our routines, to our goals, because a lot of that got, shaken up and maybe disrupted during this time. This is really sort of challenging our philosophy on material gains in specific and how we use that and what we do with that. So I feel like when we come out of quarantine, which a lot of astrologers are predicting might happen in May when Saturn dips back into Capricorn, I feel like we are going to sort of be tested here by the universe on what lessons did we learn during this pandemic. Are we going to step out of this pandemic as a society who, learned that we have to share, that we are only as strong as our weakest links, that everyone deserves health care, everyone deserves paid time off when they're sick, everyone deserves a roof over their heads. As a society, we should see this almost as like a reset period. Who are we when we come out of quarantine? It was really just brought to light how selfish we can be as a society when we were like clearing out all the shelves of like toilet paper and whatnot. I think it really showed us, like, as a society, what we would do in times of like chaos and adversity and scary times. And I feel like that's something to take note of, because if we were to continue that during like an apocalypse or whatever, we wouldn't survive. It would be a dog eat dog world. We would separate. We wouldn't know how to stand together. And I feel like that is a key lesson to learn here, is how can we stand together as a society. Also, with us being in Aries season, especially quarantine during Aries season, I feel like it's really important for us to figure out ways how to exert energy, because Aries is a very energetic sign. So I feel like a lot of us might have like our sleep patterns turned, like kind of like thrown off, or like we might even have a harder time falling asleep than usual. So I feel like this isn't a time to kind of like sit here and sulk in laziness and lethargicness. I feel like we have to find ways to exert this energy that Aries season is blessing us with. So hard work, work on your careers, work on your goals. This is a good time to exercise. This is a good time to try to eat right and do right by your body. All right, so that was my little spiel on this sort of pandemic, which I didn't want to ignore. Let's go ahead and get into these readings. So I calculated what house the sun is transiting for you based on your rising sign. So when I do talk about that, do watch it for your rising sign, but you're more than welcome to watch it for your moon, sun, and Mercury as well. Hello Sagittarius, and welcome to your tarot forecast, where we're going to tell you where your sun sign is transiting. I know I look different. It's because it's a whole new day. If you follow me on Twitter, then you get frequent updates on when I'm posting these YouTube videos and what order they come in. So follow me on Twitter. I'll link that down below. It's 18+ only though, okay? No children. Anyway, Sagittarius, so we are going to be talking about where the sun is transiting your birth chart right now. So the sun is going to be transiting your 5th house, and then on April 21st, it goes into your 6th house. So let's talk about what sun is in astrology. Sun is your ego, sun is your father, it's your vitality, it's your career, it's your outward personality. Then we have 5th house. 5th house is a house of creativity, children, entertainment, casual sex, romance. It's a very fun and playful house. And then it moves into your 6th house, which is the house of self-improvement, work routines, daily routines, health. This is the house that really just controls your day-to-day life. So I feel as though this month for you is going to be a month of play, a month of creativity, a month of self-exploration through play and creativity. I feel like you guys are going to be really diving deep within yourselves and learning what those pleasures are, how you're like, throughout casual romance, and how you can incorporate that into your everyday life in order to make everyday life a little bit more exciting. But I also feel like you guys are really going to hone down on your routines, hone down on your health in specific. I feel like you guys are going to take health very, very seriously this month. Despite you guys being a fire sign and loving being outside, I really don't think you're going to test those waters. I think you guys are the type to stay inside and take that precaution, because you guys truly do care about your health this month and the health of others. I really feel like you guys are going to embody this like play hard, work hard mentality. As hard as you play, you guys also work as hard. I feel like this is a month where you guys really dive into your creative passions, where you guys have a lot of new ideas in terms of career, how to go about your career, how to go about your everyday, how to go about your goals that you've set for the month. I feel like you guys get really creative in that sense. And I feel like you guys really draw in people who are on the same wavelength, people who are also creative, people who are also working hard, people who are also focused on themselves, and you use them as inspiration and you use them to keep this momentum going. I feel like this is a very fun, transformative, progressive month for you, Sagittarius, and it makes me so excited. Cheers, by the way, Sagittarius. Y'all know you my favorites. Y'all know you my favorites. That's all I have to say. Let's go ahead and jump into your tarot reading and see what's going on week to week. Hello Sagittarius, and welcome to your April 2020 tarot reading. Right off the bat, before I even pull cards, I'm getting intuitive messages that this month is going to be such a progressive and creative month for you. I feel like you guys, out of all of the fire signs, are doing the best in quarantine because I feel like you guys actually found something to do in quarantine. Like, I feel like you guys are the most likely out of the fire signs to pick up a new hobby or find a new career or maybe find someone to like talk to and flirt with. So you guys aren't having so much of a bad time in quarantine as the other two signs. You guys' energy is really beautiful, I have to say, this month. I'm really excited for you. So we're going to go ahead and pull some oracle cards. These oracle cards are going to show us what your central theme is, what energies you might be dealing with, what energies might be hindering you even, or what energies you might have to embody. This deck says it all, Sagittarius. So let's go ahead and see what the energies are for you. Ooh, look at that. We have positive movement forward. Harmony is here. Fertility, which is no surprise with the energy. I wasn't surprised if we were to pull, Empress or fertility for you guys. Transformation is here as well. Like I said, I feel like you guys are really going to find yourselves through all the play and the fun and the creativity. Let me go ahead and just pull this up slightly. Sorry about that. I'm also getting a new desk soon, as well as a camera. Since we are, growing a little bit, I'm able to like invest in these, devices that make these videos a lot better or a lot more of like a higher quality. I'm talking like crazy. It is 6 in the morning. I have not slept, Sagittarius. Y'all should know what that is. I know y'all have pulled your own all-nighters. Anyways, we're going to get into these oracle cards. Positive movement forward is our first one. Solitude, which is, makes a lot of sense with all this quarantine going on. And then we have hope. And then we have spiritual strength, which makes me so happy because you guys are very much, one of the spiritual signs. Your house is home to one of the more, spiritual houses. Transformation is here. Victory and success is here. Beautiful. Prosperity begins. Beautiful, Sagittarius. Harmony and fertility, Sagittarius. You guys didn't get any bad oracle cards. And like stepping into your energy, like I didn't get a bad vibe at all. I got very excited. It gave me so much hype. So let's talk about transformation and solitude. I feel like a lot of this transformation comes from the solitude, comes from being alone, comes from, working on your crafts. I feel like, like I said in the beginning, I feel like you guys, reach this level of like self-discovery through your creative passions and through art and through play. And like with spiritual strength, I feel like you guys also really tighten up your morals, tighten up your beliefs. You guys are a lot more sure of yourself this month. It's beautiful. With harmony and fertility, you guys, fertility could mean multiple things. First of all, it could mean literal fertility, being able to birth a child. But it also could mean birthing new ideas, birthing a new career, birthing a new path, birthing a new relationship. It's kind of like this idea of like, something new happening because you made it happen. You know what I mean? So there's that energy for you here, Sagittarius, which is a very powerful energy. And that, doesn't shock me that we have prosperity begins and victory and success accompanying that energy, because I feel like you guys' manifestation game is super strong this month. Alright, so that's it for the oracle card. Let's go ahead and get some moonology messages in here. Right. Sorry about my squeaky ass chair. So these moonology messages are just going to tell us a bit about what's going to happen in tarot. It could provide confirmation to the oracle cards. It could also just be messages from spirit in general. So I really like including these in the month ahead readings. We're going to let as many fall as needed until I feel like all the messages have been conveyed. Look at this. Moonology has so many messages for you. All right, let's go ahead and see what those cards are. Moonology had a lot to say to you this month, Sagittarius. The energy is gaining momentum. I feel like that is completely true. I feel like since you're in like a fellow fire sign season, it's Aries season, so it's your fellow fire sign. I feel like you guys are feeding off that energy, definitely gaining a lot more momentum. Believe in the impossible. I love that. Dream big, Sagittarius. Dream big, because this is a month where you can make the impossible possible for sure. Prosperity lies ahead. That, you know, really confirms our prosperity begins card. What do you need to release, Sagittarius, as you're ascending, as you're growing, as you're, you know, reaping the rewards of your material harvest? There are certain energies and certain people that don't deserve to be there with you, that don't deserve to break bread with you. You have to figure out who they are and what that situation might be. Look at the bigger picture, full moon and Sag. Your hard work is paying off. Beautiful. A fiery climax approaches. I feel like that's, you know, in regards to whatever you need to release. I feel like it might have quite a bit of a fiery climax. And then we have nothing is set in stone yet. That's a blessing that nothing is set in stone yet. Because you have the ability to flow and move and adjust things as needed. And then we have meditate and contemplate, which I feel like is a sign to just rest, take some time to yourself, and receive those intuitive messages. Sagittarius to me is quite an intuitive sign, especially since it's home to the 9th house, one of the houses of spirituality. It's quite an intuitive sign. And I feel like you guys are very guided this month. And that you might receive like number signs, synchronicities, or intuitive messages in your head. And that's why this meditate and contemplate card is here. All right, let's go ahead and pull some tarot readings. I'm so excited to see what's going on for the month to month for you, Sagittarius. Again, sorry about my squeaky chair. So all these cards are upright, if you guys can tell. So if any of them fall in the reverse, I will adjust that lighting. If any of them fall in the reverse, that's just the way Spirit intended the message. I'm going to go ahead and give it just a quick old shuffle. Nothing too crazy. Just kind of want to get it, you know, acclimated to your energy. Okay, let's see what's going on first week of April for Sagittarius. First week of April. Ooh, Page of Pentacles. Beautiful. All right, Page of Pentacles with an unknown card. What's going on second week? Okay, second week we have 6 of Pentacles with Knight of Swords. All right, what's going on the third week? Whoa, these are falling out like crazy. Tower. All right, with 3 of Rods. What about fourth week for Sagittarius? All right, we have kind of like a bunch of cards that fell. I'm going to keep them. Let's see what's going on here. And then we have these 2 extra sort of like central theme cards. I'm going to read them at the end. This is your week to week though, Sagittarius. So let's see what these cards are. Okay, so we have Page of Pentacles being written down by the Star in reverse. And then we have Knight of Swords being written down by 6 of Swords. 3 of Swords being written down by the Tower. 8 of Rods being written down by 2 of Swords in reverse. Interesting. So let's talk about Page of Pentacles with the Star in reverse. Page of Pentacles is the card about gaining whatever necessary knowledge it is needed to progress in your career. So getting the education, getting the training, going about that program, whatever it is you need to further your career. The first week is the month to get that knowledge. Do your research, join the program, do whatever it is you need to do. With the Star in reverse, I feel like this means you guys might feel out of whack, or you guys might feel thrown off schedule, or just like thrown off in general, and that might stop you guys from furthering, you know, your career or taking whatever necessary actions it is needed to further that career. Don't get distracted by that though, Sagittarius. You guys are fine. You guys are fine. It is just a feeling. It is just all in your head. So get out of that first week. Then we have Knight of Swords with the Six of Pentacles. So this to me means you guys are going to be very ambitious. You guys are going to also be super generous with your money, almost to a fault. Almost in a sense where it's like you guys you might find yourselves taking care of your friends. Like maybe you have a friend who's like, I can't go home, I can't stay at my apartment, I need somewhere to stay, can you take care of me? Or maybe you have that friend that's like, you know, I have nothing to eat, I'm out of money, I'm out of a job, can I have dinner at your house? Whatever it is, I feel like you guys might be very much sharing your wealth, sharing your material gains the second week, as well as being ambitious and gaining more. Right? Third week, it seems like we have a tower moment. So tower moments in tarot is when things sort of crumble, or they get taken away from you, or they just don't work out, and it's all because it doesn't serve you. Alright, it's not meant for you. So it's not ever to hurt you, these tower moments. To me, they're nothing to ever fear. But I feel like this tower moment is happening because of yourself. Like you know, and you cause this tower moment because with the Three of Rods here, we're contemplating our future. So I think you start to see people or situations or just, you know, whatever it is in general. You see that it doesn't serve you and you get rid of it yourself the third week. All right, and that's what that tower moment is. That's what I'm kind of picking up on, that you guys inflict this tower moment upon yourselves. And you're okay with it. I don't think it's going to be an energy that you fear or are mad about or anything like that. And then I have Eight of Rods with the Two of Swords in reverse. So this to me means that things might be moving kind of quickly. And because of that, like you might find yourself having trouble like keeping up. You might find yourself having trouble like making decisions quick enough in order to keep up. Excuse me. I have like a bit of allergies, so if I'm like stuffy nosed sounding or like sore throat sounding, that's why. Another meaning for some of you too with that Eight of Swords energy means like you've already made your decision. Whatever that crossroads was, you've already sort of made that decision by the end of the month, and that's what pushes the momentum. That's what pushes you forward. So let's go ahead and see what these extra two cards are. Ooh, Ten of Swords with the Magician. So Ten of Swords is just feelings of betrayal. So I think you guys are recovering from that this month. I feel like it already happened. For some of you, maybe not. Alright, for some of you, maybe not. And then this feeling of betrayal might happen. Okay? But with the Magician card here, like I was saying earlier, you guys really have the ability to manifest. And that Magician card confirms it. You guys have all the tools you need. Because you can see he's got the Cup, the Rods, the Pentacles, the Swords. You have all the tools you need to make whatever it is you're wishing for happen. That's what that Magician card is meaning to me in this moment. So don't get too caught up on this Ten of Swords energy. It's done. It's in the past. It doesn't serve you anymore. Goodbye. But I feel like it may come back to haunt you, especially when it comes to finding people that you trust, finding people to be close with again, and the connections that you know, you want to build. But I feel like Sagittarius tends to be a little fearless in that sense. I'm more than willing to take the risk, so I'm not too worried for you in terms of that Ten of Swords card. I feel like you guys are gonna have a really good month still. Let's get some confirmation cards in here. There's one. There's two. Let's pull this guy out. Let's pull that guy out too. Epiphany is here. Alright, so that's it for your confirmation cards. Let's go ahead and see what the deal is. What's going on? Ooh. Sorry, I'm taking a sneak little peek. So first card we have is Three of Raphael. It says, reasons to celebrate a community of friends, happy announcements regarding relationships or children. Excuse me again. I do really feel as though you guys are going to have a great community, a great support system, people who are really rooting for you, people who really help you push forward. I feel like you have that this month, Sagittarius. And then it says, take great pride in your excellent work. Practice makes perfect. Consider getting an additional training. So I feel like that really confirms our Page of Pentacles energy, where I told you now's the time to further your education. That confirms it. And then I have Epiphany. It says, joy through spiritual growth, be a light to others, answers that come through meditation. I told you all that you will be very intuitive this month, and you will receive intuitive messages, and I feel like that comes through solitude, right? So it is really important that you take time to meditate, relax, and sort of recharge this month, Sagittarius. It's where you're going to get a lot of direction. And then I have Queen of Raphael. It says, follow your heart, a love of home and family, trustworthy psychic information. Hey, confirmation right there. You can trust the psychic information that enters your mind, or maybe it's said to you by a friend or whatever this month. You could trust it. Peace. It says, release the past. There is a more enriching future coming. Let go and let God. Don't carry that baggage, Sagittarius. It's so not worth it. It's so not worth it. You guys have such a beautiful month ahead of you that you really don't need to carry any type of past situation. Like I said, we're surrounding a lot of new energy here with double one, with rat year, with the zodiac new year, with the new decade, with this new societal structure we have going on. There's so much newness going on here that the past doesn't matter. Past people don't matter, so drop them. And then I have perspective. It says there's a better way. Pause for reflection and insight here to be different. Then I have Four of Gabriel. It says a time for celebration, abundant rewards for your hard work. Release yourself from burdensome situations. You really do get rewarded for your hard work, Sagittarius, but you also need to not carry any extra luggage. I feel like you guys have the hardest time cutting people off, walking away from situations out of all the fire signs. Aries will do it and not think twice. Leo will do it and not think twice. You guys do. You guys do. And it's really time to organize that and really get rid of people that don't serve you and ride for people who do. Alright, and then I have Queen of Michael. It says, you know exactly what to do, the benefit of experience, a time for career rather than relationships. So yeah, focus on that career this month, Sag. Sign of Ariel. It says, you have invested wisely, have patience, and wait for the harvest. Review your progress and make plans for your next endeavor. So that to me really confirms that this is kind of like the month where you guys thrive after all those like tower moments, death cards, things getting taken away, bad times, which I feel like was 2019 and early 2020. I feel like this is a month where you guys just thrive and have a good month. Like, I really do have such a beautiful energy that I'm picking up on for Sagittarius. It makes me so excited. It makes me not even want to do the other fire signs because I just want to leave it at this beautiful energy. But unfortunately, I have to move on to the next, so we're going to cut it here. Thank you so much for watching, Sagittarius. Comment down below if you're Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mercury, which you are able to watch this video for, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mercury. Yeah, comment down below which one you are, and if this resonated with you, I would love to hear. I absolutely adore feedback. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one.